Today's webinar will discuss how the right technology and best practices can ensure online markets are as clean as possible from counterfeit, pirated, or gray market listings. For your reference, various MarkMonitor reports and a PDF copy of today's presentation is available for download in the handout section of your control panel. It will also be emailed to you after the program. And with that, Charlie, please begin.
What I'm going to be talking about today is really the next generation of that. So I'm going to talk a little bit about who we are. I won't spend very long on that, but it is a little bit interesting because we also as a business have developed. And I'm going to talk about how we've worked with clients in your sector over that long period of time to develop techniques to protect their brands online. And we'll discuss some client situations and show some examples and talk about that. And then I'm going to talk really about what we've learned from that process and what we've learned from research that we've done. So Christina talked about the fact that there are some handouts available through the platform today. There are some really, really good studies that we've done of online shopping and the risk to consumers and to brand owners of online shopping. So we'll talk about that and what that's caused us to do and what we mean by this group of people we call the well-intentioned consumer and why it's important to focus on them. So in our latest iteration of what we think is the right best practice for online brand protection, we're very focused on the well-intentioned consumer and focusing our efforts on that. So I'll talk a little bit about the technology that goes behind that, why you might want to do that and what the benefits are. And then we'll look at some case studies of named clients of ours who are doing that in very specific ways that I thought would be interesting for you. And again, one or two of those are available as case studies through the platform that you can take away afterwards. Finally, I thought it would just be interesting to talk about return on investment. Everywhere I go to speak or participate in panels or whatever to talk about online brand protection, people in my experience often want to talk about and discuss how do you justify this to your board? How do you get stakeholders to put aside significant amounts of money for this kind of project? And therefore, you know, what sort of return on investment are you able to show? So I'll give a very short, one slide presentation on that. I've actually run workshops on the topic and, maybe that's something we do in the future, but I thought it was just worth putting in a small session on that. And then I'll summarize and then we have time for questions at the end.